Get ready for a wild ride, Essay Warriors. This week, we're diving deep into your comments on our Terminator Zero review.
And I am sharing my honest thoughts and review for the Transformers 1 movie.
Plus, it's time for a trivia showdown. Will gUNzz keep his belt, or is Minarum going to take it back?
Find out all this and more coming up now. Welcome to the SF Files. BB and Minarum back today. Dude, we're gonna do something fun today. We had a Terminator Zero review. We posted that about a couple weeks now, and it's ranking up on comments, so I thought it'd be fun. We read some of these comments out loud and just answer them here on video, live, you and me.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, people are, I'd say most of them agree. But then there's a few that are,
let's jump into it, dude. Let's answer some of these. I guess disclaimer, full spoilers.
It's past the spoiler time limit. We give you your 2 weeks, unlike Wolverine, Deadpool.
Right.
They did it like 2 days after the movie came out.
Mm.
So, yeah, if you haven't seen it, you're probably not going to see it.
And just putting it out there, we're all entitled to our opinions. Rather, you guys can be wrong too. But
Jesus,
we're not experts. We're not pros. We're just a couple dudes who we love this franchise, like a lot of people out there as well. So good, bad, bring it, man. You just comment. We love this stuff. I think it's awesome that people are commenting.
Yeah,
the negative stuff, the positive stuff. I think it's awesome. So,
I agree.
I think it's great.
It's fun. It's good. I have a community that's actually involved, and we're going to talk about it today.
For sure. I'm going to start with the oldest comment first. All right, so here we go. This is going to be from Snake29. Ooh, you wrote us a book.
Yeah, that's the one that was he wrote like a few paragraphs. Yeah, dude, he wrote a novel.
And Snake says, firstly, it's a T800 variant. Not exactly like the original Terminator model. We also know that it is also from a deeper future timeline, as Skynet has made a deal with humanity, if the Terminator can be believed. Maybe. Due to this, we don't know exactly what additional protocols, especially regarding specific humans, it was given due to this. Should we read the whole thing, or should we comment on this, break it down?
I don't think we should read the whole thing, but I would say definitely leave the link to this YouTube page so people can see it themselves. Yeah. But, he goes in debt with actually a lot of good points. And one of them I kind of realized after we recorded. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't the T3 timeline. His T3 timeline actually got pushed back. Mm-hmm. I made a mistake and said it happened right at the T3 timeline. So, but, yeah.
In your defense as well, when I watched it, it wasn't perfectly obvious either to me that it was not a T3, because you see the missiles shoot, and that's the time period it takes place, and that's what T3 shows in the movie. And I immediately thought T3,
yeah, because that's the only time you actually see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, we don't know if with all the last episode, with how many plot holes, mind screwing it did, we don't even know what's going on anymore. Sure, he explains that people go back in time and the cycle's been going over and over and over. It kind of disregards the last 3 or 4 movies completely.
Yeah.
Like T2 might not even have existed anymore because of what has happened in this show.
What he goes on to say onto this one though, as well, is it's the original. I want to say he says it's the original Judgment Day. If the Sarah Connor did not stop. Her and Kyle Reese did not stop Arnold in the first movie, and the original Judgment Day still takes place, and that's where
technically be part 2, because part 1 they just stopped the Terminator. Part 2 they actually went into Cyberdyne and through the original Terminator tech, like the arm and the chip into the lava, and that's how they delayed it.
You're right. Okay, yes. So, he could be right. I'm assuming Snake, you're a dude. Could be right, maybe. They don't really specify.
Yeah, they don't go into detail at all.
In the anime. You kind of mentioned this last time in ARM. They've gone back so many times, apparently, according to the anime, that who knows how many times, how many attempts they have done this. So they've got that. They've even changed the past.
Yeah.
The future isn't even set anymore because the past has been changed so many times.
Yeah.
That it almost sounded like there was multiple timelines. It's not just one future anymore.
Yeah.
Is that the case? I don't know, but that's what it sounded like. It's really jacked up. It's really tough to keep track of the official time, what's really going on.
Well, and that's the thing. This anime kind of did its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even know where exactly it fits in anymore.
Right.
Because like Dark Fate kind of ruined everything with what he did. But I mean, even if you go by the original 5 movies, I think they stopped Skynet. They stopped Skynet in the end.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what was the purpose of? See, it opens up a door. We have way too many more questions now. The humans always win, according to the regular Terminator series.
Right.
But now they're like opening up the door to where we have 2 Skynets now, and they're battling it out with the humans in the middle. I mean, this just opens up the door for way more series, way more shows, and who knows if they do anything with it.
Mm-hmm.
But the ultimate thing is we don't know where the show fits in.
It's kind of, like you said, it's doing its own thing. It kind of, in a way, reset everything.
Yes.
And it's just open to do whatever it wants. When I looked at this online, like, is this show canon? It says that the creators are taking the prior movies all to be canon still. So this is following everything, but it doesn't matter if it resets everything. The last couple of movies kind of did that as well. So take it as you will, I guess.
I was just gonna say, he says a T800 variant. I mean, I think if I'm not mistaken, like the T600s were like the ones without the skin, and they were just mounted with the gun, and they were Terminators. They just went and killed people.
Yeah.
The first generation that actually had skin on them was the 800s. Now, a variant, I don't know. I mean, it looked like he was fresh off the assembly line, going back in time. Like Kokoro or whatever wasn't even part of the future that he came from. Or at least not from what we saw.
Yeah. And in the anime, they don't specify what model it is. They don't say what it's not titanium alloy. That's what the first T800, that's what it is. As far as we know, it's made out of aluminum foil because the hits that it was taken. Holy crap, dude.
Getting pushed around.
You know, yeah, season 2 could easily fix this by just confirming it's a different variant. But as of right now, there's no, everywhere I looked online, it said it was a model 101, which is a T800. T2 was a variant, stronger joints and a little bit more armor, but no, there was no indication that this one was any different. So I can't agree with that one. They can fix it, but I can't agree with that.
Yeah.
Let's see, the redesign, able to run and jump. Yeah, easily fixable if they can give us a model. Just T851. There you go.
851. Yeah, his second part was the T3 timeline, which, yeah, I agree. I made that mistake because, like BB said, 3 actually showed Judgment Day. And you actually saw the missiles, and he's in the bunker and trying to figure out what's going on. And so it just naturally clicked because they kept delaying Judgment Day in part 2. Yeah, that was my bad. I actually have to look up the date because it's been a while. But isn't it August 29th is Judgment Day for T2?
Yeah, I'd have to look up the dates. I don't remember.
That would make sense since it's the T1, T2 timeline.
Thirdly, Terminator shows up at Sarah's house. Oh, yeah, this part. Man, this dude right here, Snake, he made me look this up, man. Because he's right. He was right. There's a scene where the Terminator goes looking for Sarah, finds the roommate and the boyfriend who just got done getting it on. And he attacks the boyfriend, and the boyfriend goes to tackle him like for his legs, and Arnold kind of like like he's moving like he's about to fall over, and it probably shouldn't have happened on film that way, but it did. So
you gotta realize that movie was made back in like the 80s or whatever. So special effects were garbage back then.
They probably weren't thinking ahead like this is going to be a huge hit or minor mistakes here. I don't.
Or maybe the legs are the weak point.
It could be.
The way I could look at it, but yeah, dude. Honestly, I haven't seen T1 in like over a decade.
Yeah.
We always make fun of the Shirokana. Yes. It even blows them away. But he makes a lot of valid points that we kind of talked about somewhat as well for why he didn't like it. One of his points he didn't like was at the beginning. It's like the Terminator was like so inaccurate with his gun, trying to shoot the chick, and I agree.
Oh yeah,
the Terminators don't really miss, especially with miniguns like that.
It was like a
you don't miss.
stormtrooper.
Yeah, that's if I'm not mistaken, that's kind of a comment I made to someone, a stormtrooper. And then when the truck's falling off the bridge, she jumps off it while it's already falling off. Yeah. Just chalk it up as an anime. Who knows? They get away with a lot of stuff.
There it goes. Just grabbed them, shoved them back. Yeah, it happened. I can't really deny it. It happened. It's canon. We're gonna go with it was his weak spot. His legs are weak spot.
Yeah. Got the Helldivers 2 legs. And then his third part was what we were talking about, the two scenes where she's taking on the Terminator hand to hand. Yeah, he said it didn't feel right, especially one where she was holding him and he getting smashed in the back. Dude, no. She would have died so quick.
Oh yeah. And I'm still gonna stand by. I think there was a comment about it somewhere else, but that Terminator was hanging off of her leg while she was holding onto the rope with one arm. And I don't care. Aluminum foil Terminator might get away with that, but I mean that thing is like an 800, 500. I don't care what variant T800 it is. It's not gonna happen.
But I'm pretty sure the grandmother that you see potentially getting killed in the future, by everything that I've read, seen, all that kind of stuff, that might be the mother from the past growing up.
Yeah, that's what I thought when I was watching. It's like, she's teaching herself. I agree with you. I thought it was her when I first watched it because she was like, oh yeah, this, that, and that about the past and the future when you time travel. So how do you know all this? Oh, like,
yeah.
It's like, all right.
Yeah.
She's time traveled. She knows.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with you, dude. I think you're right about that. I think that's most of everything here.
Yeah, you still got like another 3 or 4 paragraphs of stuff. That's more theory crafting is what he's going through, which honestly, if he's listening or listens, I agree with most. Terminators technically don't lie for the most part, unless they're taught to. But I mean, the whole protocol thing and program. I mean, the fact that Terminator got sent back in time by evidently the son just doesn't make sense at all. At least from the time, unless it was 2 different timelines we were watching from the future,
which isn't out of the question. Yeah, it's hard to say, dude. Because I mean, if it was the son who sent it back, the Terminator was after the kids, and if I'm not mistaken, he like slapped the kid. Don't you think he would program? Hey, don't kill them. Don't hurt them.
Don't harm them. Don't hurt them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it almost felt like he had different programs that he probably like stopped following at some point, and he changed to another, and then towards the end, he's like, "Oh, this is my real mission." I'm just like, "What, dude? No, man. You've been a villain the whole time, and the last episode, you want to be a good guy. Ridiculous." But I don't think we're gonna read the rest of it, but like, because he's kind of giving his 2 cents of where he thinks the story is going, which is cool.
Yeah,
cool
it is cool. Which the last paragraph-ish thing, I kind of thought that as well. He thinks the grandmother, the chick that goes back in time, might have been like cybernetic enhanced, which, judging by the way she was ragdolling the freaking Terminator and taking those hits, it kind of made sense. But I mean, ultimately, I think she was still just a human, but I don't know. They didn't explain it.
Yeah.
So I kind of agree with that, because we don't know what's going on until season 2 comes out.
Right. It's too late, isn't it, to make her have cybernetic? Because I mean, she appeared to be fully human by the end of season 1.
Yeah, she wasn't like Dark Fate, where that chick like went Super Saiyan every time she juiced up or whatever.
Who knows? Regardless, Snake29, awesome. Thank you for that comment.
Yes, thank you, and good input. Thank you for correcting me.
For sure,
appreciate it.
The next one, DZX42S. I didn't like the scene of her fighting a Terminator hand to hand. Then I remembered that this is an anime, and that's exactly the kind of crap I signed up for. When I decided to watch the series, there's a few moments in the action scenes where characters that are supposed to be regular humans do things that are beyond what a person should do. Yes.
Yeah.
But not beyond what your average anime protagonist can do. That is also true. And so I gave it a pass on that because I found the story and characters quite good. The action scenes are drastically improved by the end of the season.
Well, I agree with that. Yeah.
Big time. Action, dude, they when it was going, like it was going. It was nice. It was very cool. I did like the story overall, even though there's some inconsistencies, and I still think, well, as of right now, I actually haven't gone through these comments completely, so we'll see. But even with the inconsistencies of the T800, I enjoyed it. I kind of gave it a pass as well, not because it's an anime, but just kind of watched it as its own thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't give it a pass just because it's an anime. Especially when it said that it's canon to the rest of the movies. That means you have to take the movies into consideration. Just because it's an anime, they can't do whatever the hell they want. Like, there's rules in this world.
Should be.
You have to stick to them.
Yeah, no, I agree. And yeah, the action sequences in the very beginning, man, I told you I couldn't get into it. I was blown away how bad it was. But the very end, I mean, it was damn good. Like when all the Kokoro's little minions were running and trying to get to the Terminator and get to the little boy.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, dude, it was badass. It was awesome.
For sure.
But it took me 8 episodes to get there. I'm not happy about that.
Someone else commented on that. People forget that the original Terminator and Terminator 2 had inconsistencies.
Oh, trust me, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
They are there.
I mean, Terminator 1 is a paradox in itself alone.
This is true.
How does John Connor, which is born in the future, how is Kyle Reese the father of John Connor, who's born in the future? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, trust me, we know. We know. There's inconsistency, it's bad, but not like this.
Let's see. Warpath 375. If you're a Terminator fan, you stop at T2. Yes and no?
It depends on the movie, man.
Austria,
T2
Australian ski 6687. T2 is full of plot holes.
Yeah, Australian ski. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Australian ski. Yeah. T2 full of plot holes. Yeah. But I mean,
as well.
Terminator 1 and 2, great for its time, phenomenal, like we talked about before. 3 had its issues. It was like Arnold's excuse to come back, but it was overall decent. 4, I love 4. Like,
is that Salvation?
Yeah, that's the one with I can't think of his name.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, yes, Batman. I love that one. And the fact that they brought in Linda to do the voiceovers for the tapes and stuff. Oh man, it was great. I just wish there was more of it instead of just saving a bunch of humans. And then, but number 5 is Genesis, right?
Yes.
Me and Genesis have a love-hate relationship. I thought the movie was, I thought it was good overall, but you want to talk about inconsistency? There you go. That movie has about as much inconsistencies as the anime. It's just a giant cluster that they just threw together and like, here, it's a movie. But, yeah, and then 6, no. Dark Fate, no. That was easily the worst one. I couldn't. I hated it. Like, I hated it.
I love that Linda came back.
Yeah,
and she was a badass, but it just I hated the storyline. Yeah,
the movie and everything about it was just terrible. And they just got rid of Skynet and brought someone else in. There's your real Kokoro.
FCHHO, FCHO, Facho. Facho.
Yeah.
Seriously, did we watch the same show? It was good. So much better than Dark Fate. That's.
I agree with that second part of the comment. But yeah, I think we watched the same show. I mean, I didn't think it was great, but I mean, it's better than anything's better than Dark Fate.
I think that's the lowest bar there.
Yeah.
Australian ski again. Here we go. I know, right? Everyone wants to act like the original T1 and T2 are perfect, but the truth is people were much easier to please back then.
I agree to a point on that, but they were still well thought out movies back then.
Yeah, like they weren't Yeah, I'm pretty sure they weren't like, yeah, this is going to be a big hit. Let's plan for the next 30, 40 years.
Yeah.
How is the storyline going to go? Like, they just put out a couple movies that were pretty awesome, and
bunch of badass one-liners, some good action, and it picked up, and it was huge. And T2 is where the real story kicks in. T1 was just, oh, I went back in time to save a chick, and boom, that was it. T2 is where the real story picks up and where everything comes together.
Her Black. It's like they had tried to make Terminator in Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah,
I still haven't seen the Cyberpunk anime yet. I heard it's good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
You watched it?
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
Yeah. I tried playing the game. Even after the bug fixes, I couldn't really get into it.
I picked it up like the collector's edition for like $5, like a month after it came out. I still brand new in the package. I haven't touched it.
Michigan Mexican 486. This was amazing. Love how it will segue into the Matrix.
I don't know about the Matrix, but yeah, timelines definitely.
Yeah, they did their own thing. I mean, it was fun. There's good and there's bad in there.
Like I said, the last 2 episodes were fantastic. If all episodes were like that, man, it'd be like the perfect show ever. But there was just getting to that drag. Oh my god! Like I said, I don't know how you gave it a better score than I did, man.
Oh yeah, I just thought it was a well written storyline with definite inconsistencies. They could have been avoided, but regardless, if you give it that anime pass, I highly enjoyed it.
Okay, that's why. Okay. I mean, the story is great. It's just like you said, inconsistency. But my biggest question: what timeline are we following at this point?
Yeah.
And like, did all the other Terminator movies ever happen? Because according to this, it didn't. None of them did.
Spaceman T 56. Hate the name of the new AI. Kokoro. It sounds so removed from the franchise. Can't they just use the English word? Why does everything have to be dubbed? But I'm not super into anime. I do, however, really like the main theme. It's very oppressing. Yeah, it's a great track. But Kokoro,
yeah, I don't like the AI name, but I guess they're going for the Japanese version.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. They said it translated to like free spirit or something like that, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I mean, it translated to like an adjective. So
I'm trying to block it out.
Like you said, it takes place in Japan, so I mean, it makes sense for it to have a Japanese name. I didn't have an issue with it. If it had an English name, like, I don't know, Michelle, I'd probably have a problem with it.
Michelle?
In Japan. I'm just
wow. Oh, that's awesome.
Kokoro, huh? Yeah, Kokoro.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there's a couple of replies here. Demi Cape. I mean, the setting is in Japan, and apparently the name has some meaning, which is why it has been chosen for the AI. Yep. And it's based in Japan, you clown. All right, calm down, dude. Calm down. It's all good. PWN Ranger just finished the season today. It's decent. There's a typical plot holes you find in all Terminator movies. Yep. Like the T-800 is efficient and precise unless it's up against plot armor. Yep.
Yeah.
The writers seem to want to add some existential criticisms about the human race from the viewpoint of the AI, which was okay. Gave me something to think about for a minute. I think it was good. Some flaws, sure, but nothing like we've seen before. And the T-800 can run and jump. Not sure why this dude thinks they can't. There was some filler that could have been trimmed, but the series net was a net positive. Check it out for yourself. It's got to go back to details on this one. T-800 was the first movie. It was not running, jumping anywhere. Can't agree with that. Even the T2, Arnold was jogging. He was like just a morning sweat. He barely, when he was jogging to the elevator, he didn't run.
We're not talking about the T1000 here.
Oh,
that's
no,
a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever the hell the one was in T3.
T3, I want to say that was a T850. I don't remember the exact model number.
Dude, it got to be higher than that. Because that thing could make like anything out of her, like weapon wise.
Oh, the TX. You're talking about her. My bad. I thought you meant Arnold.
Yeah. No, yeah, Arnold. He's T800. I guess the T800 variant in part 3. I didn't know he was different. I thought he was the same. But yeah, you've never seen them jump in anything.
No.
Even the video games, they don't jump. Now they'll like if they're on a ledge, they'll fall down to the bottom, but jump, no. They've never jumped.
He jumped like a story tall.
Yeah.
At the very least, story worth of jump.
Dude, like that scene where she like blocked him and got away and everything. He had that like freaking Jason vibe where he was down the street, just appeared out of nowhere. It's like, dude, what the hell? Can't get rid of this fool.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude was sprinting, man. Like,
yeah, he got dropped down all the way down the elevator shaft, and the next scene, he's up on the street level, like Jason, like, hey, I'm right here. Couldn't get rid of him.
Other than the running and jump, I still can't agree with it. If season 2 specifies, hey, it's a different model, T900, this one jumps and runs. Okay, cool. It's all fixed. But as of right now, I can't agree with it.
Or even if the jumping, no, just never happened. But even the running, I mean, like you said, jogging, that's fine. But this mofo was running.
No.
Like he's point A to point B in like a second. They never show them run like that unless it's the T1000 or I guess the TX or whatever the hell that third one was. Which is funny. He was so in shape for that movie. You know the scene where like they leave on the motorcycle?
Oh, yeah.
And he's like trailing them in the parking lot. He was so in shape and so fast. They had to redo that like scene over and over and over because he was outrunning the damn motorcycle. Yeah, dude, awesome. It's hilarious. It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And it's funny because now he's like chubby. he's in Peacemaker. He's like freaking chubby T1000.
Hey man, he's earned it.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, he used to outrun the motorcycle in that scene. They had to retake over and over and over because he was too fast.
Zeski 7454. It's better than anything else post T2. Still thought it was melodramatic and had flaws, but I'm curious to see where it goes. The second half, I'm curious to see where season 2 is going to go. I hope they fix a lot of these things that we're complaining about. It's better than anything T2. Arguable. There's some good stuff. You know what? I would even say that they had some interesting ideas in Dark Fate.
Yes,
I didn't like it.
Dark Fate? What the hell? No.
Well, the worst one. The worst one. I think they had some interesting ideas, but the execution and just the overall film was crap. I did not enjoy it. But it had potential, I guess. Could have been nice, but they screwed it up.
Yeah, but I agree. I'm curious if they make a part 2 or season 2. I am curious where it leads. I will watch. Hopefully, it'll be much better. Hopefully, it'll answer a lot of questions and just yada yada yada. Because as it is right now, I mean, they left it on such a big cliffhanger. It's like, what the hell, man? Really?
Oh, another one from Australian Ski. I love the show. I think you're out of touch. Sure, there's some BS in it, but Terminator 2 was full of BS. Like, how did the T-1000 get through the time machine if he's not living tissue, and why the hell is he naked? You got a good point there. Why was he naked?
Plot hole. Or, like you said, plot armor.
Gotta see those cum gutters, man. That's what it was. Gotta to get a good shot at that.
But no, I agree. Like, it goes back to T1 and T2. I mean, the inconsistencies and just it was a paradox as is. So yeah, it's full bull crap. But I don't know about out of touch.
I don't think so either. I think we're being fair, at least from our point of view. If it's trying to line up with the Canon shows, it's got to follow the set rules that the world has established. Got to disagree there.
I don't know the 100% rules of time travel for it, but yeah, they're all bull crap. It's all fantasy. It's all make believe. We, like he said, we go into it with mostly an unbiased point of view and big fans. Mm-hmm. So when we see BS, we're going to call it out. When the show's doing great, the story's great, we're going to say that it's great. But being big time fans of it, I don't like what they did to the series, the franchise. I think they, like I said before, I think they jam all over it. Now, was it good for a standalone and for someone that's not big into Terminator? Yeah, I think it was great. But for someone that's a big fan, that has watched all the movies multiple times, knows most of the lore, and played some of the video games and stuff like that, I think it was terrible. BB gave it a 7 out of 10, if I'm not mistaken. I gave it, like, because of the last 2 episodes, I gave it a 6 out of 10. It wasn't good. I guess I could say it was good. It wasn't great at all, though. So it's in that range. Is it a must watch? Yeah, especially if you're a fan. Just be warned. And that's the only thing I was saying. Just be warned. Because when you see, like, the Terminator hanging off the chick that's hanging on one hand with the rope, no. When she, like the other guy said, that she jumps off a falling truck that's already falling.
Oh, yeah.
Back on the bridge. I'm like, oh, come on now. I know that's the anime factor kicking in, but come on now. She's, as far as we know, she's not cyber enhanced. We don't know.
Right.
But and then her getting beat up back to back to back on her back, and she just finally spits out blood after the 3rd or 4th hit. Come on, dude. One hit, her back and spine would be gone. Mm-hmm. She'd be dead.
Yep. And
that's the main thing I didn't like about it. As far as out of touch, dude, I watch everything. I watch almost everything. I'm big into almost everything. There's only a handful of things like WWE or F or whatever the hell they call it. I stay away from wrestling.
What?
That's the one thing I'll stay away from is fake
snot
like that.
Oh, you said the F word. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. I know BB's like big into that. He used to have the app and everything.
To add on to your comment, dude, we went into this wanting to like it. We wanted to, because we love the freaking Terminator franchise. I wanted to love it, but I saw this, I saw that I didn't like about it, and yeah, we're going to be honest about it here. It's not always the popular thing to say, but that's just our opinions, and
we go
really going to
against
hold back.
Yeah, we go against the paid reviewers. How about that?
Yeah, there you go.
If it's great, we'll give it props. If it's trash, don't expect us to praise it.
Yep. Couple more comments.
Oh, do we?
Short. Oh, yes, sir.
This one's from, just real quick, Mufe says, the production is getting a lot better. Enjoyed this episode. Oh, so that's a big compliment for us.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That was it on that one.
Hey, I'll take it. Let's see, we got YLeak6693. YLeak. It could be said that that the reason the Terminator isn't strong is because it's not a normal Terminator. It comes from a timeline brand new to us. It comes from a timeline where Kokoro is evil and is fighting humans and Skynet alike. So I'm sure they cut costs and perks, better for fighting man to be better at fighting machine. But also the Terminator says in the last episode, an alliance was broken between humans and mankind. Maybe at that point, Terminators are built more for destroying robots than humans? Question?
Wouldn't they be stronger if that's the case? If you're building robots to fight robots, you'd be stronger. They'd make them stronger, not weaker.
I guess it would depend which side would have the stronger one. It's an interesting question. Interesting to think about. But again, if they confirm what model it is in the future, season 2, just to say that it's different, then I can buy into it. But right now, I can't.
Well, even then, I mean, that's kind of what they hinted at. Mm-hmm. But what we saw in the future episode of the chick going back in time with the Terminator going back in time, that's not what we saw. But obviously, they're hiding a lot of stuff that was going on in the future, possibly. So the only thing I can think of is the Terminator that we saw go back in time wasn't from the same timeline that the girl went back in time from. We don't know. We can only go by what we saw.
Right. Also realize that the show takes place in 1992. The mother comes back in 2022, and the Terminator comes from 5 years after her. So maybe in 5 years after she left her timeline, aka giving them more time, where they pushed even harder into anti-machine. I mean, it's possible. I mean, that's speculation. We don't know. Just have to wait for season 2. But I mean, I like what you're thinking, man.
Yeah, it's a good comment. Cool. We'll have to wait. I mean, is there like confirmed or anything about season 2? Have we heard anything yet?
Not yet. I'm sure it will. As far as I've seen, like every review out there, dude, it's been highly positive.
Oh,
10 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
Yeah. And me and a few other people are the only ones that are like, man, this was trash. It's dog water.
I'm certain, dude. There'll be at least a season 2. Not confirmed, but
we could hope.
Yeah.
Because, I want to see more.
For sure. Let's see. I can do this all day, pod. Agreed, dude. They definitely nerfed the Terminator. He had selective strength.
Yes. I could do this all day.
Great name.
Yeah, it is. Dude. Oh, man.
Well, yeah, selective strength. Yeah, I can agree with that 100%.
Oh, yeah. That's what the other guy said, though. Plot armor.
Yeah. Mikey Mike. I thought it was because she was secretly an android. Yeah. Minarum.
Kind of like what the other guy said, which, who knows? Maybe she is. We don't know. But it's also an anime.
That's probably going to end up being the answer. It's anime.
Yeah, I think it's because I think she's a female and just
regular human.
Yeah, evidently.
KO sucks 9 UI. SX9. I don't know. It's an anime, so there's some leeway. Also, who knows? Maybe she's super strong from years of combat.
There's only so strong you can get, though.
As a human, yeah.
Versus a killing machine like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to side with that as well. But,
plus, that mofo, like, literally constructed a crossbow in his arm. Day one.
Day one.
Come on, now. They don't show any of that in any of the other Terminators except for, like, the T-1000 where he can make knives out of his liquid metal.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, no. That mofo cut open his arm and installed a crossbow with long-ass nails in it. No.
Yeah. And, the first thing that I thought when I saw it was like, why didn't he go look for guns? That's what a Terminator is supposed to do. You go into the police station. Because they're in Japan, they're different culture. There's less guns accessible there. And that the police station is probably the only place where you can find that stuff. He didn't pick up a
gun as far as I remember.
No, even after he stormed the place, right?
After he destroyed everyone, I don't think he picked up a gun at all.
Yeah.
I think he was still rocking the crossbow, and that was it.
Yeah, I guess just another thing to add onto our list. But yeah, man, this was cool. Awesome. Thanks everyone for commenting. This was fun.
It was.
Yeah, keep it up, guys. Keep us
good input, good everything.
Yeah, keep us humble. Keep commenting.
Yeah.
We could get something wrong. Call us out. we if we're wrong, we ain't afraid to admit it.
No hard feelings.
Yeah, for sure.
But the comment I was going to make is like what I'm getting from this show, this anime, is kind of like the what's that Zack Snyder Netflix movies, Rebel Moon. Mm-hmm. That's the feeling I'm getting as far as storytelling's going. Like this one is like all story, almost no backbone, but it leaves you hanging to where you want a season 2. And season 2 will answer a lot of more questions and stuff like that. Have you seen Rebel Moon yet?
Nah, skipped it.
Well,
like I'm interested, but I'm kind of I don't want to commit those 2.5 hours to it.
Now it's perfect because they released the Snyder cuts for both of them.
Well, it's the enhanced full version,
X-rated or something. Yeah,
with all the DLC and
But no, like the first Rebel Moon, dude. I mean, you can tell it was obviously like a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. That wasn't Star Wars, and it just lacked like everything. It was, I wouldn't say it was great. It wasn't good. It was probably the same rating I'd give freaking Terminator. But part 2, much better movie. The story connected way better. It was this part 2's where a lot of the stuff that you wanted to know got answered. Nice. So that's the kind of feel I get with this. Like part 2's where everything's going to come out. We're going to get way more answers for our questions, and it's just going to be a much better experience knowing and having part 2 or season 2 out there.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched the stupid Rebel Moon Zack Snyder cut yet. Fortunately, I watched the first 2 before that. It was okay. I'm definitely worth the watch, but I'm dreading watching the Snyder cuts because like that's like 5 hours of my life right there, and I rewatch the movies. I don't want to rewatch them.
I feel that. But that's going to do it for Terminator Zero. Thanks again for commenting. Keep it up, guys. Stay tuned for trivia. Let's see if gUNzz keeps that title or it's coming home.
Better be coming home.
And Transformers 1 movie review coming up. And now, the weather with CK.
A cloud of snow.
Thank you, CK. In the epic clash of titans, a new era of Transformers has dawned. This is the world of Transformers 1. This is the birth of a new generation of Autobots and Decepticons as they battle for the fate of the universe. Thank you for joining me on this movie review of Transformers 1. I got back from watching the movie where I was able to get some head. So Transformers 1, a lot of mixed reviews. There's definitely some divide among fans if this is going to be a good Transformers movie, if it's too kiddie, if it's not mature enough. And I can definitely see why. Transformers 1 looks like a kid's movie. It does. It looks like a kid's movie. It is very, it looks kind of like Despicable Me. I'm not gonna lie. The 3D animation, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, very clean, crisp animation. It's great. It's amazing. And the designs, yes, absolutely 100% cartoony. There's no way around that. However, I'm glad to say, I'm very happy to say that this is not a kid's movie. Definitely not a kid's movie. It can be, yes. There's a lot of, let's see, my kid. I took my 6-year-old kid to watch this movie because I assumed it was going to be more of a kid's movie. It was geared for kids. And for the most part, it kind of is. It's a family-friendly introduction to the world of Transformers. It does not dive directly into the lore. Like, yes, there's lore, definitely lore, but it doesn't take you so deep where it makes it very hard to understand. A casual Transformers fan, if you've only seen the prior Transformer movies, like live action, the one with Shia LaBeouf and so on and so forth, those get moderately complicated within the stories that they are telling. Like, there's so many characters, all about the primes, and like there's just so much going on that is easy to miss what's going on. Here, it's very plain, simple, flat and forward. It's nice. It's refreshing. It just kind of tells one story, lays it all out, and that would be the origin of Optimus Prime and Megatron. And I think that this movie's actually did a really good job with that in itself. It starts off with Optimus Prime. Well, before he was Optimus Prime, what do they call him? Orion. And then pre-Megatron. These are canon names, but it's awesome because they were referred that before they became who they become. And here, they tell the story of how they are bots, low-level bots, not important. They're miners. They mine for energon. There's a tier of commandments. There's bots that do transform, and then those above them they also transform, but they're also just big shots. It's an interesting layout. They're almost slaves in a way. They're just mining away. And they kind of just follow orders, that's just what they're accustomed to. It's the way it's been for hundreds of years or whatever it's been. And they don't question the government. Then we have Orion, Optimus, pre-Optimus. He starts to question the government. He starts to ask questions that he's not supposed to be asking. And, the other bots are trying to silence him, and they're pushing him down. And he's kind of playing the role of the underdog. And the movie does a pretty good job of rallying the viewer behind him because you kind of want him to succeed. You see him get pushed down multiple times and you want to see him succeed. So they're doing a really good job of pushing him. They also tell the story of how he and Megatron are best friends, how they met each other in the mines, how they became buddies, that they have each other's back. They show that they have a strong friendship. As the movie progresses, something happens as to where they both witness the turn. This is where Orion, pre-Optimus, starts to lean towards the way of becoming Optimus Prime. He wants to save his people. He wants to make things better. He doesn't want to end the villain's life, but he wants to stop the evil doing that's going on. And then at the same time, with this same event, D16, that's what it was, D16. D16, pre-Megatron, he starts to kind of turn. He starts going in the opposite direction. Same event, but they both take opposite routes and become completely different personalities, where it pins them against one another. And it's not a spoiler, obviously one becomes Megatron the villain and one is Optimus, he's the hero. I thought they did a pretty decent job as to why he chose the way of Megatron. Like, he's not wrong, but he's not completely right either. His methods aren't all there. He's almost an anti-hero in a way to begin with. He doesn't end up the anti-hero, but he kind of has the mentality of an anti-hero to begin with. And one thing I'll mention really quick too, I thought it was awesome. He starts off with yellow eyes, but as the movie progresses, the eyes become orange. And then later on, they become red. It's like, oh, the progression, the transformation of Megatron. Like, it was awesome. It was cool. But more or less, that is the story in itself. How he became Optimus, how he became Megatron, the baseline story of what their world is, what entails in there. And of course there's Bumblebee, and of course there's, which he's pretty damn funny. He's hilarious. Keegan, he voices Bumblebee perfectly. He's awesome. He's great. Hilarious, dude. Almost every joke landed with me. It was pretty good. Awesome. Did he talk too much? Maybe a little bit. But if you know later on in the series where Bumblebee's voice is pretty much non-existent anymore, it's pretty funny to see what happens to Bumblebee, like how he goes from the chatterbox to silence. Like, it's just kind of funny in the background, I guess you can say. It's just a nice little Easter egg for those who know. And let me go back to the animation. Like, it's beautiful. Overall, it's beautiful. There was no hiccups. There was nothing that I saw immediately that stood out as, oh, that's some bad CGI. That's some bad. None of that. It was clean all throughout. Absolutely beautiful, gorgeous world that they set. And they even got kind of creative. Like, there's animals on the surface of their world. And yeah, the animals were kind of like robotic. It was kind of cool looking. It reminded me of Horizon, the PS5 game. Like, the animals were they look cool. They look like machines, but they look like animals. Pretty cool looking. The voice acting, like I mentioned, Keegan, Bumblebee, perfect. Apps awesome. Great job. Thor, Chris Hemsworth, voicing Optimus Prime. I'm not going to lie. When I first heard that he was going to do the voicing, I definitely questioned it because I associate him with Thor, and I'm just picturing the voice of Thor. And pretty much that's kind of what we got. Yeah. but I will say he did a pretty damn good job. I liked it overall in the end. He carried the voice in the way that Optimus Prime would carry himself. He is no Peter Cullen, but that dude's the GOAT. That will forever be Optimus Prime's voice to me. But Chris Hemsworth, solid, very solid. I enjoyed it. Good job. Brian Henry, the voice of Megatron. Oh man, he was wicked. He starts off so friendly, so like a buddy, and then the way he ends up as Megatron, like, oh man, I would say he's probably the star of the show. He definitely stole it. Great, phenomenal voice acting. Scarlett Johansson, she did the voice of Alita, and she was good. She was solid, no complaints. She didn't stand out for me, but solid performance. Good job. Steve Buscemi, he actually surprised me as Starscream, because you kind of hear his voice, like his regular voice as Starscream starting off, and then something happens to his voice box to where he gets that Starscream voice, and man, it was nice. It was pretty cool scene. Lawrence Fishburne, he's in there too. I'm forgetting his name, but he's one of the elder Prime bots. He's in the trailer. He's the one who hooks up Optimus and D16, all of them. He helps them with the ability to transform into vehicles and whatnot. So pretty cool, solid. I didn't realize that was him until after I finished. I walked out of the movie theater, but pretty cool, very nice Easter egg. The music doesn't necessarily stand out to me, but all the tracks that were in there, fairly solid. There was no complaints. There's nothing that didn't belong there. So everything flowed fairly nicely. And there's a joke that Minarum made. Now that Linkin Park is back and they're performing again, we can finally have a good Transformers movie. There was no Linkin Park in this Transformers iteration, but maybe for the next one. Who knows? No complaints music wise. Let's talk about let's see, humor was there. Bumblebee, good stuff. Even Optimus, the first half of the movie, Optimus is kind of the troublemaker. He's the the kid in school who's playing with the whoopee cushion. He's kind of goofy. It was very not Optimus Prime ish, if that makes sense, which only makes the underdog story a little better. He's kind of this nobody, and he just makes his way up. He stops being the clown and he starts to take responsibility and, that sense of justice. He wants to help his people. He wants to save his world, but he becomes that leader. And I think they did a really damn good job with that again. Emotional. Let's see. No, not really. There was some emotional beats are in there, but I didn't quite feel them, I guess you can say. Like towards the end when it was Optimus against Megatron, it was, the betrayal, the friendship. Like there was a part, not to give away too much, but Megatron was on the verge of victory, and then he kind of remembers, like, oh, Optimus, my buddy, oh, geez, huh. And then he does what Megatron does. So that part, maybe some emotional there, but didn't quite get me. It wasn't deep in there, Like, it was still good, don't get me wrong, but it didn't quite get me emotionally. Action scenes. The action was actually really good. I enjoyed it. It looked very well animated. It was super clean. The choreography, I guess, can I call it that? The fight scenes, they were pretty cool, man. Like there was stuff that Transformers don't normally do. I guess just because it is animated, they can do a lot more. And it was just very nice overall. The action was cool. I enjoyed it. My son enjoyed it. It was a good time in the movie theater. This is overall going to get a good score from me, but it's not all peaches and roses. There's a couple negative bits here and there, and let's jump into that. And can I really even call it a negative? It might actually be a positive, but there was a lot less characters, a lot less Transformers front and center. They focused on 4 characters, and that was probably really a good thing. You could just focus on them, grow them as characters, grow them as the main characters. And yes, there's a lot of other Transformers, a lot of fan favorites. Like Jazz makes an appearance. He's mentioned, but you don't really know it's him. He's just kind of shows up. He's like, hey, I'm Jazz. It's like, okay, cool. He's here, but he doesn't do anything. And, but it was fine. It was fine. Maybe for future purposes, maybe in future films, they can make appearances, but I did kind of want to see, some other favorites, but it's fine. It's fine. You got Optimus, you got Alita, and you got Starscream. You had Bumblebee. Like it was a good balance, I guess. One thing that I did have a small complaint about is the progression. The first half of the movie, it's building the story, it's creating that friendship, it's creating what's going on in the world, and it does take a bit to get to the good stuff. It just takes takes its time to get there, and it's not necessarily a horrible thing because it flowed fairly well. I was entertained throughout the whole thing. I wasn't bored. I wasn't watching, I wasn't looking at my watch like, oh, it's time to get out of here. No, it flowed very well, I thought. And if this even means anything, my 6-year-old was entertained. He was watching 90% of the time. And not only that, he was asking relevant questions like, oh, why is Optimus doing this? Oh, why is Megatron? Like, he was into it. Like, he was, it was pretty cool to experience that. Like, he was into it. But yeah, it did take a minute for it to get to the action, to get to the good stuff. Aside from that, there's not a lot that I can really complain about. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If anything, I would have liked to see a little more of a serious tone. And don't get me wrong, it has a fair balance towards the end. It starts off goofy and kiddie and ends up with that fair balance. And, I think going forward, it's going to be a good trilogy if they go for that or more. Who knows? Believe me, there will be a sequel. This is good. You need to watch. Naysayers don't. No, dude, don't let this one go. Like, don't overlook it. A sleeper hit. It's a banger. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a good entry, a really good entry to the Transformers lineup. mild fans of the series, I think you'll like this. One thing that I did like big time from this film, comparably to the other ones, like the live action Transformers films have this bad habit of focusing on the humans. And yeah, on Earth, it's the humans. Yeah, they play a big role, but like you want to see Transformers duking it out. You want to see Optimus. You want to see Bumblebee. You want to see Megatron. Yeah, Shiloh and Megan Fox. Okay, like yeah. Don't get me wrong. I like that movie quite a bit, but the rest they just kind of focus on them so much, and then the family comes in, and the future ones that no longer have Shia LaBeouf, like still they're focusing on the military. They're focusing on people. Like I don't care. I know it's part of the story or a different story being told at the same time, but I want to see some Transformers. Here, we don't have to worry about that. You focus on Optimus. You focus on Megatron. You focus on Bumblebee. It's a nice, refreshing telling of Transformers. I very much enjoyed it. I think it's great. In conclusion, I think that this is an excellent entry for the Transformers. I think you'll enjoy it. I think if you take your kid, he or she is going to love it. If you go as an adult, you're probably going to love it. Don't let this one go. It's a sleeper. I'm telling you, it's good. It's really good. I very much enjoyed it. I think you'll enjoy it too. I definitely 100% recommend this to be watched in theaters. My overall score, man, dude, almost nothing bad to say. Almost nothing bad. I give this a solid 9 out of 10. Boom! 9 out of 10. That is an excellent score. Holy crap. I don't think I've scored a movie that high in a very long time. I had fun with it. I enjoyed it. My kid loved it. I might even go watch it again. It is a good movie. And welcome to Agent K's super secret sexy game corner. That's what we called it, right? I'm pretty sure.
Should it even still be Agent K's super secret game corner?
Holding the K.
I guess. This once every 3 months surprise visit.
Well, gentlemen, it is time. It's time for Minarum to cash in. He won his opportunity to challenge the champ. A month ago, 2 months ago. It's been a minute.
It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. Yeah, we've been meaning to play. Just haven't had a chance. But here we are. It is time for the gUNzz. You better hold that belt. Hold on tight. All right, here are the rules. We got 15 questions on the board. If you answer faster, you get additional points. If you get it correct, you get additional points, of course. And at the end, whoever has the most points wins. There are a couple double point questions sprinkled in there. And categories, think of the stuff that we've talked about this last month.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's in the bag. It's in the bag.
Gentlemen, let us begin. Championship match. What year was the original The Crow movie released? 1990, 1994, 1997, or 1999?
Mother.
Two separate answers. What's it gonna be? gUNzz got the right answer. Ooh. Question number 2. Who directed the original 1979 Alien movie? James Cameron, Ridley Scott, Fede Alvarez, or John Carpenter?
Oh, yeah, I'm back. All right, we're good.
Ridley Scott.
Cameron did the second one.
Ooh, with the speed, the quickness.
What the? What was that?
Oh my god,
Dude.
How the hell did you get?
Because I answer quick as hell.
Yes, sir. Gotta be quick. Question number 3. True or false? Borderlands is a shoo-in for a 2024 Oscar. False. Big time false. Both got that correct. Worst movie. Worst movie of 2024. Oh my god.
I don't know.
gUNzz, you're trailing by less than 100 points. That's like 90 points. Right there. Next question. What were you saying? Were you going to say Borderlands? Huh? It's up there?
No. Hell no. Dude, Minecraft might take that title now. Who knows? Wait, that's next year though, huh?
Yeah. Question number 4. What is the name of the AI that causes the downfall of humanity in the Terminator series? Is it Kokoro, Alexa, Skynet, or Cyberdyne? Oh, 2 different answers.
This is the
God damn
anime?
Our answer.
Terminator.
Wait, was this for the anime?
No.
Oh, I was thinking freaking anime.
When he said series, that's when I answered. I'm like, oh no, I got it wrong. Dude, series usually means like show, fool.
Well, you picked Cyberdyne. Either way, you're wrong.
Oh, is it? I don't know.
Cyberdyne is the company that was like building it for the most part.
Well, I know Skynet for sure. If it said movies, straight up, I would have put Skynet. But it says series, so I was thinking of the show. And since I haven't seen the show, and I remember you guys saying that it wasn't in Skynet in this one, so Cyberdyne was the only thing
Kokoro.
that would be close, I guess.
I should have put Terminator franchise instead of series, but all right.
Because I was, if I read it correctly, I would have picked Kokoro. So glad I pushed that button real quick. I'm like, oh no, I got it wrong, and I see I got it right. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm good.
You just cost me the freaking game there, BB.
Oh, what? Not my fault. You can't read.
Not my fault. You can't word it right.
Well, then get this one right, and maybe you'll catch up.
Double points, I'm sure.
Question number 5.
Maybe.
Double points.
Yeah.
Which Linkin Park album features the hit single "Numb"? Hybrid Theory, Meteora, Minutes to Midnight, or 1,000 Suns?
Did I hit the damn button?
Oh,
Yep, I knew
both
it.
of you hit Hybrid Theory. It is.
I knew it.
Correct.
Dude, I was thinking Meteora too.
Meteora
But I'm like, no.
is our answer.
Yeah, I
I'm
hit the button
surprised.
twice, and it didn't register, and I hit it again. I'm like, oh man, no, it's not that one. Damn it.
Man, it shows how much I pay
Minarum,
attention to
still
your
on
show.
top. Just 1,000 points. Just 1,000. Guns? Get this next one. Question number 6. How many F-bombs are dropped in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie?
Oh,
226, 323, 569, or 118?
Are you kidding me?
118 is our answer.
Oh,
Who picked 226?
I did. I didn't know.
Yeah. I knew nobody would know that off the top of their heads. So.
all I know is that I remember they said that Deadpool had a lot of F-bombs.
You went with the highest one, 569. I think that was Scarface, 569.
You did your homework. Okay.
Yeah, all those numbers were real, movies, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Next question, number 7. Who played the lead role in The Crow, 2024? Is it Brandon Lee, Eric Draven, Bill Skarsgård, or Jason Momoa?
Oh, this not loading. For
I
me.
didn't even watch the movie.
Sorry, it just now loaded up for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you
It's
guys?
a good 6-second delay on that one.
You got a bystander back there. Who's that?
Oh,
The guy-
yeah.
Jizzle?
The guy slipping them all the answers.
B-Ray Jizzle in the background.
Jizzle.
Man, I got low points on that because I answered so low. I did it. I'm like, which one's Bill Scarsdale? Which one's Bill Scarsdale? And it finally popped up, and I hit the button. What's up, B-Ray?
Hello.
Jizzle.
Yes.
Sup, fellas?
Was a
Yeah, he wanted a photo bomb or whatever.
Next question. Who can beat Black Myth Wukong? Kratos, Batman, Ultra Instinct Goku, or Buddha?
Oh, I'm
I
still
couldn't even
waiting
hear
for it
the
to
answer
load.
since your screen's not loading.
Dude, this is a trick question.
A-hole.
I knew it.
Oh, you.
Wiener?
It's a trick question. It's a
Are
fucking.
you serious?
Batman.
You should
Is
avoid
our-
that.
Batman's our answer.
Freaking
Yes.
Batman hero over there.
But he doesn't have prep time, so you
Oh
lose
my
right there
God.
anyways.
Oh,
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
5 minutes. 5 minutes, baby. That's all he needs.
Bro, these questions were tampered with. It's already automatic disqualification, dude.
Whatever.
It should just be nullified. Just this one shouldn't even count.
Oh, guns. You're losing hardcore. Is that why you want to reset over here? You want to?
Nah, because you tampered with the questions and answers.
Batman, come on, bro.
5 minutes.
Bruh.
True or false? Robert Downey Jr. is set to return in Secret Wars as Superior Iron Man. Both of you got that correctly.
I mean, he technically could be, so this question might not be legitimate.
Well, at the time of this recording.
Okay. I'll
He's
give you
nuts.
that. All right. Yep. Uh-oh.
Ooh. Nara making a comeback. 3 in a row.
I'm having, audio issues again.
I'm having BB issues.
Okay, what's going on?
Batman can beat Son Wukong.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go now. I can hear you.
Question number 10. The Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Which model is the reprogrammed Terminator played by Arnold Schwarzenegger? T800, T1000, T850, or the TX? Someone got T800. Someone got that correct.
Ah, shit.
Dude.
Nara, dude.
Oh.
How'd you get that wrong?
T1000's, what's up? I can't think of his name. He's the
Patrick
Liquid
Silver
Metal.
Surfer? Yeah, no,
Patrick,
I just did it too fast, dude.
Oh, man. I can't remember his last name right now.
Yeah.
Patrick something.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, man. I think
I-
he's like...
I'm trying to do the quick shots just to catch up with higher points and
That one I actually answered because you said the first name correctly. So I'm like, that's got to be top left before the damn thing loaded up for me.
Next question, number 11. In humans, a face hugger egg becomes a alien, a predator, engineer, or a xenomorph. There we go. Xenomorph. Okay. Gun's still in the game.
I mean, technically, alien and xenomorph are the same answer.
Well, alien could have been anything. Could have been E.T. Could have been...
E.T. Wow. Okay.
E.T.'s an alien.
could have been a Mexican.
E.T. phone home.
There you go.
Wow. That's illegal, alien.
What's the difference? they're not from Earth.
Oh, man.
The dude's about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, God.
Hell.
Heart attack on film. Next question. Number 12. Double points.
Yeah.
I am your father's blank, blank, blank former roommate. Lovers, niece's brother, best friends, brothers, in-laws, brothers, nephews, cousins, aunts, Steph, cousins, brothers.
Oh, man. I haven't seen this in 10
Oh,
years. I don't remember.
nice. Both got it correctly.
Oh, wow. Look at the guess for the win.
I am your father's brothers, nephews, cousins, former roommates.
Yeah, I think for me it's probably 2 decades. Last time I saw this, man.
Oh,
Damn,
that was a
dude.
nice jump there, Guns. Not enough, though. Not enough.
Yeah, nah, it's a lost cause, man. Unless he absolutely misses him, I
You
win
get
this shit.
lightning fast with the double points.
Yeah, these last two are double points.
Well, lightning fast hasn't been working for me lately, has it?
Sony's upcoming console will be PlayStation 6, PlayStation Vita 2, PlayStation 5 Pro, or the PlayStation X. PlayStation 5 Pro. Both of y'all got that. Still waiting on that Vita 2.
So am I. Man,
Sony.
I think there's 2 more left now. You said 15, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah, you're right. 15. 2 more. Double points. Who is voicing Shadow the Hedgehog in the upcoming Sonic 3 movie? Norman Reedus, Adam Driver, Keanu Reeves, or Thomas A. Anderson? Keanu.
Damn, bro. Damn.
Keanu.
I don't even have to answer unless it's quadruple points.
Woo! You got that right. I was hoping I'd get somebody with Mr. Anderson over here.
Yeah.
Neo.
Oh man. Oh,
Guns.
I can
Guns.
smell the plastic.
You want to hug that belt one last time?
If you can find it.
Yeah, if I can find it.
Last question.
I have to go get a Temu one replacement.
Nah, I got this. I'll get a new one. I'll probably get like a hardcore champion belt or something.
In Venom, let there be carnage. Cletus Cassidy's girlfriend's name is Shriek,
Oh, I don't-
Canary, Banshee, or Selena Kyle.
Oh my god.
I don't.
Shriek is the answer. Do you guys guess on that?
No.
I did. I knew it wasn't Canary
Yeah.
or Selena Kyle, but I don't know about Banshee.
I was waiting for it to pop up again because I forgot which one was Streak. So, just wanted to double check. Make sure I win by a lot. Man, you didn't get Selena Kyle?
Nah.
Damn, bro.
Selena. Come on, dog. Oh, at least you broke 10,000. You know what? You didn't do too bad there, Guns. 2,000 short. That's 2,000. It's actually not bad.
How many minutes? Like 2?
Yeah, more or less. Minarum has taken over the game. He has beaten you down. 1, 2, 3. It is over, Brother Guns. Your reign as champion has ended. Minarum is our new champion. Once again, 2-time champion.
Oh,
right.
I'm logging off without loading the video. This never happened.
Any words from the champ?
It's good to be back.
And with that, gentlemen, we've got to close it down. Please visit us at www.thesffiles.com where you can listen to all our prior episodes. We talk trash, we talk movies, we talk games, we talk a little bit of anime here and there. We just have fun here. We have a good time. You should also follow us on social media. Minarum, where can they find us?
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, TikTok, Threads, and YouTube. If you're on the go, Brother Guns, where can they listen to us?
You can listen to us on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, and various others. And you can't forget about sweet, sweet Pandora.
Sweet Pandora. Love Pandora.
Never said anything bad about Pandora.
Never seen.
Never ever.
They're still posting our stuff, right, Guns?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah, we love them.
Oh, Jesus.
Love them. So good.
You gotta ask Guns. He's gonna want listens to it.
I think I'm their only
Customer?
customer.
Jesus.
The only fan on Pandora that listens to it.
That's crazy.
If you got any comments, leave them down below. Questions, email, contact@thesffiles.com. Otherwise, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This is BogusBird signing out.
This is gUNzz saying dues for the last time as the champ.
Minarum?
This is Minarum sign out. Long live the champ.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.
So sad.